Welcome to the Brent Gove podcast with co-host Eric Lawfolm. We are building 1 million agents in 100 countries in 10 years. Now, here's your host, Brent Gove.
And welcome back to the podcast. We're glad you're here. I'm with my co-host, Eric Lawfolm. Eric, how you doing today?
Hey, Brent, I'm doing great. Great to be here.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. If you're listening to this podcast in the spring or the summer, right now it's the beginning of December. And I have a big smile on my face because I love the holidays. Hope you do too. Hey, we got a great little podcast for you today. We're going to go fast and furious, but it's designed to get jump start wherever you are. Even if it is spring or summer, we can always use a jump start. Of course, we got 2026 coming right down the pike fast. I've come up with 10 key principles to move the needle for you in 2026. You ready to get going, Eric?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So I was researching this and I found out that Seneca, the famous Greek philosopher, I think he was a Greek philosopher, but we all know Seneca. He said this around 64, 65 AD. By the way, AD I always thought meant after death. BC means before Christ, so AD after death. Not true. Just in case you're wondering, AD stands for Anno Domini, which is Latin for the year of our Lord. So it's actually the 64th or 65th year after Christ was born, not after his death. So that's about 31 or 32 years after he was crucified, because he didn't die. He did rise the third day, but that's a whole nother podcast. So anyways, but here, Seneca said this wonderful quote back then, and it's survived for a couple thousand years. People thought it was so powerful. So here it is. I'm going to give it to you. Point number one. It is not because things are difficult that you do not try. It's because you do not try that things are difficult. And I think there's a lot of truth in that. I mean, if you think about it, you could say, oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. No. You need to be hard. You need to work hard. You need to fight the good fight of faith and persevere and just knuckle down and, get your knuckles dirty and fight through it. So that's number one. Number two, proximity is power. Man, move. If you need to move. I mean, you may have to move geographically, like leave the city you're in. If the city you're in's got you down, move. I moved from Chico to Roseville. It was 100 miles south and my income exploded. It quadrupled. And it wasn't bad in Chico, but it literally went from like 100,000 a year to 400,000 a year because I moved 100 miles. Maybe you just need to move 20 miles or 10 miles or 100 miles or 1,000 miles. I don't know, but if it ain't happened to you where you live and the economy is not the way you want it to be, I was a big fish in a little pond. I moved to Sacramento, a big pond, and my income exploded. There were just simply more opportunities. And proximity is power. Again, get around people who are winning. It's important to get around people who are on fire, who have mojo. It rubs off on you. You get around people that moan about politics and the economy, and if only the federal government would do this and do that, then I could be somebody. But listen, you are somebody. You just not, back to number one, Seneca, it is not difficult because it's not because things are difficult that you don't try. It's because you don't try that things are difficult. So move, get around people who are rocking it, collaborate with them. Number three, get clear on what will move the needle for you in 2026, or if this is 2027 when you're here at 28, it's a timeless principle. Like, where are you? What needs to change? I mean, like right now. What is sucking up your time? Twitter, YouTube, doom scrolling, I don't know, Instagram, and you're like, oh, it's good. No, it's not good if you spend more than 20 minutes a day on that stuff. You need to dial back your addiction and get rid of what you don't want to make room for what you do want. It's the principle of vacuum. So let's get clear on what will move the needle in both sales for real estate and maybe sales for agent attraction. What is it you want? Get clear on it and get after it. Number four, be a student of life. And then study life, like financial, faith, family, real estate, whatever. Then I also put, be a student of real estate. Pretend you're getting a 4-year degree in real estate. Like really get books and read them. Listen to podcasts, listen to Audible, go to seminars, go to events, go to masterminds, sit in the front row, take notes like your life depends on it. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to let you know a secret. Your life does depend on it. If you go to church, sit in the front row, not the back row. In the back row, it's uh-oh, because you're watching so-and-so get up and go to the bathroom. And man, she got up twice. He got up 3 times. I wonder if he has a bladder infection. You're like, you're distracted. Sit in the front row, pay attention, take notes if your faith is important to you. Same thing with events. I'm always a front rower. I'm front rower everywhere I go because I care about my life. I don't want to be distracted. Eliminate the distractions. So again, number 5, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail by definition. If you don't know where you're going, let me let you in a secret. You're not going anywhere. Where are you going? People spend more time planning their vacations and their honeymoon than they do their financial future. It does not happen on accident. You have to be super intentional and purposeful. Hoping your financial situation will change is a surefire way for it not to change. So you got to get super clear and come up with a plan. You'll never do more than you plan to do. What are your daily non-negotiables in that plan to move the needle? Number 6, time block. Like, how do you keep yourself from working 24/7, 7 days a week, 20, easy time block? The first thing that goes in is what? Your faith. Put in God, family, Bible studies, whatever it is, you going to church, etc. Men's groups, women's groups, put that in first. If you're not a person of faith, don't put that in. Don't let me trip you up. If that ain't your bag, fine. What's important to you? Families, family important to you. It is to me. I'm sure it is to you. Put in your wife, put in your husband, put in your children. Well, that seems very robotic. You put them in because it's important. It's super, they matter because guess what? Days go by, weeks go by, months go by. Put your kids in your schedule, but you didn't marry your kids. You married your husband. You married your wife. Put them in first. Have a healthy marriage and then have a healthy family. It's great that you're focused on the kids, and you get divorced. That doesn't help the kids. It actually hurts the kids. It's better, hands down, it's better if you can avoid divorce. So let's work on the marriage first, or the relationship first, then the kids second, because the kids were a result of the first thing. And then your fitness, put in the gym, put in the walking, working out, lifting weights, whatever. Finances, again, they don't happen by themselves. And fun, don't work 24/7. Make sure you're taking at least one day off. I don't care how busy you are. You should take one day off. You'll be more productive working 6 days a week than even God. If you read the Bible, even God rested on the 7th day. The Alpha and the Omega, he actually rested on the 7th day. And you need to take time and have some sweet iced tea, have a lemonade, and just sit back, get in a hammock, take a nap, watch football, do whatever you like to do, plant a garden, and just fall asleep under an oak tree, watch the stars at night on the trampoline with your children, and do nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. It'll recharge you like you can't even imagine. You'll be far more productive the other 6 days. Trust me, you're only stealing from yourself if you're working 7 days a week. You're robbing your family. You're robbing your kids. I don't have kids. I don't have a family. It's just me. It doesn't matter. You're robbing from yourself. You will be far less effective working 7 days a week. You need to take a day off and just check out and detach from email and your phone and go for a hike, go for a walk, go fishing, go hunting, lay in the sun, get barefoot. Here's a trick for you. Get barefoot sooner in the spring and stay barefoot longer in the fall. You know what I mean? When's the last time you were barefoot? Man, you work like a dog and you'll be less effective. Number 7, you must develop and maintain momentum. Everything is easier with momentum. Do you have momentum? If the answer is yes, then keep doing it. Some of you right now, do you have momentum? You're like, no, I don't. Okay, do not keep doing whatever it is you're doing right now, unless you feel like you're just ripping it out, but you don't have momentum, but you feel like you're just right there in then fine, keep going. But if you don't have momentum, and you know in your heart of hearts what you're doing is not going to create momentum, stop. Or take what you're doing and multiply it times 10. I'm talking to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people a day. Good, multiply it times 10. Start doing 20, 30, 40, 50 a day. Do 10 times more. Massive action creates results. That's what's going to make the difference and give you momentum. Pretty soon everything you touch turns to gold. You're on fire. You get every listing, every buyer. You're sponsoring agents. You're on fire. Oh, I'm working hard. I'm working hard. I'm talking to 2, 3, 4, 5 a day, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. You're playing tiddlywinks. You're playing patty cake. You're playing hopscotch. Talking to 2, 3, 4, 5 a day is a person who is, you're kidding yourself. I'm not going to let you kid yourself. Now you're talking to 20, 30, 40, 50 a day. Get it done in the morning, then go do whatever you got to do in the afternoons and the evenings. Fine. But then you're cooking with gas. Then you're throwing gas on the bonfire on the beach. Man, do not kid yourself. 20, 30, 40, 50 a day. Now we're talking. Okay. Number 8, victim or victorious. The question is, are you going to be a victim or are you going to be victorious? That a lot of people, well, if the federal government would just lower the interest rates, if my broker would just do this, if stop it. If my wife would just support, if my husband would just support me, if my wife would just help me, if my husband would just help me, no, do not give your power away. When you're like, I would, but my kids are a problem. My spouse is the problem. I'm single. That's a problem. The interest rates are too high. You're giving your power away. So, okay, congratulations. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. You've convinced me that that's why you're not going to make it. And if they don't change, you're not going to make it. So guess what? Do not wait for your ship to come in. I'm telling you right now, sprint at the end of that dock. You dive and do a swan dive into the lake or the ocean, and you swim out to it. Your ship's not coming in. Tony Robbins has 3 rules for life. Tony Robbins says this. Number 1, life isn't fair. There's going to be trials and tribulations. The good book says that too. Expect it. Don't be surprised. Smile big and roll with it. Just pivot. Pivot, baby. Your car's going to break down. You're going to get the flu. Your client's going to fire you. Stuff's going to happen. The IRS is going to send you a letter. We're going to audit you. Don't be surprised. Yep, Brent said this was going to happen. The Bible said it was going to happen. There's going to be trials and tribulations, period. It's never going to be super, super easy, and then that's it. And it's never going to be super, super horrible, and that's it. In fact, in the Bible, it says, and it came to pass after every plague, pestilence, famine, captivity, every horrible thing that ever happened in the Bible, they talk about. It's a historical book. They said, and it came to pass. Don't you ever forget it. And it came to pass. I know some of you are going through dark times in your marriage right now. You're going through a struggle with one of your children. Maybe you're fighting depression. This will pass. Get around, change your environment, change your state. Get around other people who are connected to God, connected to family. They're not doing alcohol and drugs. They have a healthy marriage or family life, or they're killing it in real estate. And you're not. Get around them. It will rub off on you. Rub some of that on me. Let's go. And so it's going to help you. So victim or victorious. Do not play the victim card. It will not serve you. It will bury you. The choice is yours. Number 9, energy. It's either positive or negative. You're either a life enhancer or a well poisoner. We know the well poisoners. We know the dark cloud people. They enter the room like, oh man, so-and-so's here. Oof. And we see the other people, so-and-so in the room like, oh man, Jill's here. Johnny's here. Frank's here. I love Frank. Chris is here. Be that person who enters the room. You're a room lifter. You're a Zoom lifter. You go to lunch and you lift the spirits of the busboy, the bus girl, the dishwasher, not the general manager who could maybe give you a good table, or the waitress who could maybe give you a whatever. No, you bless the hostess. People who could maybe do nothing for you. You bless them. I know one time I did this, was in Las Vegas. I went to Joe's like crab shack, or they do like the snow claw thing or whatever. This amazing lobster and seafood and the stuff from Maine and the fresh. And he gave me a great table, and I'm like, wow. And after he gave me the table, I went up and said, hey, I just want to say thank you. And I know you didn't have to give us that table, but I just want to give you a $100 bill to the host. And he was like, what? He goes, people tip me, then I give them a big table. I gave you a good table, and you didn't have to tip me, but you tipped me anyways. He goes, here's my cell phone. You ever come to Las Vegas? He goes, you call me. You're going to get the best table I have for the rest of your life. Now it doesn't always happen, but it reminded me that don't just help people who can help you. Be a blessing. You could be a curse, or you could be a blessing. Be a blessing. Well, that's great for you, Brent. I don't have $100 to throw at some host guy. You know what? Or host gal. You know what? Your words, when you let people know how much you appreciate them, when you affirm them, when you see what makes them special and say, I see you. I notice how hard you're working. I remember I was a busboy at Baxter's back in the 80s, and nobody tips the busboys. And someone handed me a $20 bill. They said, hey, just want you to know we see how hard you're working. And this is for you. And they hand me a 20. I remember this 40 years later. When's the last time you tipped the busboy? Not the waitress or the waiter, the busboy. When's the bus girl? When's the last time you just go, hey, this is just for you? I see you. I see how hard you're working. I never forgot it. Pretty cool. So you could do, your words are powerful. Again, energy, it's positive, negative. Energy attracts, negative energy repels. Finally, number 10, get to work, baby. Get to work. Rise and grind, man. Challenge yourself. Focus. When I do this, we go to the movies tonight. When I do this, we'll go fishing tomorrow morning. When I do this, I set a goal today. If I achieve certain things, I'm going to buy a new golf bag for my golf clubs. It's beautiful. It's at the golf course. I saw it today. And instead of buying it, I could have easily bought it. It's like $300 for this Titleist golf bag. It is beautiful. It's the nicest looking golf bag. I'm a golfer, whatever. I know you're not excited about it, but I am. And instead of buying it, I said, you know what? I'm going to set some goals today. If I achieve them, I'll buy it tomorrow. And I use it to reward. And I want that thing. So guess who's working hard today? And it doesn't have to be, it could be I get to go to sushi tonight. I love sushi and it's 30, $40 for sushi. But you little silly, play games with yourself. I love the movies. Hey, when I get this done, we'll go to the movies. Sometimes we don't go to the show till 10 o'clock because I'm still working, right? But have boundaries. If that's a night that I'm not working, I can guarantee you I'm not going to work. I'm going to be doing what my schedule. Live by your calendar. Remove the distractions and delegate to elevate. Live by your calendar. Remove the distractions and delegate to elevate. I'll say it one more time. Live by your calendar. A life by design. Well, I don't really have. Go think about it. Time block, create it. And when it says you do this, that's what you do. You don't tell your 8-year-old, oh, sorry, dad's got to work. No, 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 no. It's time to be with your 8-year-old. But I might lose a deal. Lose the deal. Once the kids grow up and they're gone, the genie's out of the bottle. You can't get it back in the bottle. You blew it. And not on my watch. I'm going to beg you to time block. And guess what? I was selling 400 homes a year. I was still a little league coach. I was selling 400 homes a year and I was still the soccer coach. I was practices twice a week in tournaments all day on Saturday. And I went to church, never missed church. I went to men's group. I went to men's retreats where men talk about men issues and the women's go to the women's where women talk about women issues. Like what a bunch of jerks are, men are, or whatever. I'm just kidding. But, I went to Bible studies. If it says I'm going to Bible, that's what I'm doing. I don't skip the Bible study to show property. So if you're supposed to go snow skiing, go snow skiing. If you're supposed to go houseboating, you go houseboating. Many times I was invited to go houseboating and to go snow skiing, even helicopter snow skiing. And I said no, because my calendar said, you're doing open houses this weekend. And trust me, when it's 110 degrees, I don't want to do open houses. I want to go houseboating. I want to go water skiing. But I said no every single time because I live by my calendar. I've time blocked. I'm not skipping the refueling of my funnel of leads. And guess what? It was easy to sell property every week because I didn't skip the gas station. A lot of you ran out of gas. You're on the side of the road going, what's wrong? And get your hands on your forehead and like, what's wrong? It's what's wrong. It's because you didn't live by your calendar. You lived by your emotions. And your emotions are like, I don't feel like doing this. That's how children talk. 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, I don't feel like cleaning my room. I don't feel like mowing the lawn. I don't feel like doing the laundry. I don't really care how you feel being a mature adult. You suck it up. You get a ticket on the suck it up bus and you do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. So let's get on with your life. You got this. I believe in you. God believes in you. Even if you don't believe in him, I love you. Happy New Year. Go be radically successful. May you have all the success you're willing to work for. Remember Tony's 3 rules of life. Number 1, life isn't fair. Number 2, no one's coming to save you. Number 3, what's number 3? Number 3 is Oh my gosh. No, oh, number two was you're entitled to nothing. Number three, no one's coming to save you. So there it is. Life isn't fair. You're entitled to nothing and no one's coming to save you. So go do it. I believe in you. Much love. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. Okay, so here's the deal. We have incredible information, video content on my YouTube channel. Go over there and make sure you subscribe. And it's vital that you ring the bell. If you ring that bell every time I put out new content, it's actually going to notify you and you can get the latest and greatest of what's happening at EXP. Now, don't forget to like me on Facebook so you can also get that content, and then follow me on Instagram. We're hitting everybody high, low, and in between. We're trying to get the information out there so you can build big businesses, revenue share organizations. So go to YouTube right now. Please subscribe and ring that bell. Like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram. We'll see you out there.